Owen Gray was born on March 5, 1985 in San Francisco, California, United States of America. When he first began to study BDSM, he was curious to know what his mind could feel, stimulating the body in various ways. He approached this not from a sexual point of view, but from a purely physical sensation, since he had strong masochistic tendencies that he wanted to understand. In the end, he met mistresses, with whom he explored BDSM in a sexual context, and found strong connections in which their interests coincided. He never considered himself submissive, and usually, when people treat him that way, he just feels annoyed. When he transfers his body to another person, he concentrates more on being able to dissolve into overstimulating his feelings and freeing up the emotions that he often feels but should be held back because of the expected roles in our culture. When he plays a dominant role, he likes to be playful, but he can also be very strict depending on the dynamics. When he dominates, he is fully aware of the boundaries of his mistresses because he feels that they are in the place of fulfillment of their desires and are focused on pleasure. Although there are dominant activities that he likes more than others, they will not give him pleasure if they are not what his lover wanted. It is important for him to know what his body goes through, when severe pain is caused and when he can communicate to slow down or stop. He thinks that a woman should be able to pursue her own desires without criticizing others, including other women, because what may be empowering or desirable will be very different for all people. In BDSM, there should always be healthy communication with clear boundaries. Although different people relate to BDSM differently, he would not ask someone to do something that he did not experience, in some way imposing himself. Owen Gray thinks that in a broader sense, the porn industry, and our culture pushes for the prescribed type of sex on camera, what people say is the most desirable. These ideals are often very unrealistic about how people have sex in real life and how people enjoy sex in general, which leaves people embarrassed, unprotected and often feeling inadequate. She likes working with small companies that want to show an alternative to sexuality, and Owen Gray hopes that over time, these companies that demonstrate a healthier view of sex and sex around relationships will gradually make an impact. He thinks that it is important for people to know about healthy alternatives to vanilla sex and not to feel lonely in their search for what they would like to explore in their own sexuality. The demystification of BDSM and fetish will help people not to feel that something is wrong with them, and to feel that they are not alone. Over time, it will also help people understand that BDSM is not an abuse and can be done by mutual consent in an amazing way for all the people involved. I think that the negative consequences can be because there are people who do not understand disagreement and do not respect the borders of people. Some people want to say that they are involved in BDSM, when in fact they want to have less control over another person, which is terrible and definitely not BDSM.